Testing. We're on the air. Here we are back at the Peterborough Curling Club for the OCAA Provincial Curling Championships. We're in our mixed doubles game. We're playing the fourth end coming home. Sue is up 4-2, and Fanshawe has last rock. We're just getting our paperwork straightened away. We should be okay to go here in a minute. Mixed doubles. And Fanshawe won, just so we can differentiate between the two teams. So it's Jasmine Miller and Owen McMillan for Fanshawe. And they're taking on the Sioux 2 by the look of it. Do we know the names of who's playing? And we have a timeout on sheet 2. All right, I'll ask him real quick. Who's out there for you guys?
Cassidy's out there to sub out with Kelsey Woods, yes.
All right. So they're talking over a little bit of strategy here. Looks like the Yellow Rocks locked in there pretty good with backing. So Fanshawe has rock position right now. Plus the guards are up in the center, so they might have to come in off of something here. The Sioux to try and make something happen. Their Sioux right now is in a little bit of trouble in this end, but with a good executed shot, they can get out of trouble. All right, so now it is Cassidy Spence in the hack. Trying to come in off with a bit of hit weight. And try and spring that rock out of there of Fanshawe's. Cassidy releases the rock. Hunter's just calling line right here, trying to relay the line to Cassidy. And here it's starting to cut now. Oh. Just a little slip, but I don't think any rock was touched. It's coming in hard. Lots of brushing there. And is it going to get shot? No, but it is in good rock position area. So now we got lots of rocks surrounding the button. Yellow is definitely shot, but the blue can definitely be rammed in there to maybe even make the double on the 2 Fanshawe stones. So a guard here or one right down on top of it might be in order. So Owen McMillan is going to throw this rock, and Jasmine Miller's holding the broom. By the broom placement, I think he's going to try and throw like just a slight little bump on this, but not too much. We'll know shortly. Owen's in the hack, getting ready to throw his rock as he lines up the broom. And the rock's on its way. It's just about, by the look of it, backline weight. Not a brush has been laid to it yet. Now it's starting to slow down and curl. And lots of brushing there. And right down on top. So it's sort of locked on there on the lid. So they're going to have to try and move some stones here. Move a little bit of granite. I just don't know if they can see enough to move as much granite as they need to. But Hunter puts the broom down, or sorry, Cassidy Spence has put the broom down for Hunter Schumacher. He's got a little bit more ice than I think I would take here. I would cut that down and throw more weight. You almost got to blast this, but who am I to say? We'll see what the end result is here shortly. But Hunter has lining himself up with the broom. And the rock is on its way. Playing quiet way at it, so maybe he's just trying to bounce a few stones around, but I don't think with this weight he's going to move much. Maybe he's settled for only scoring 1 with this, but sorry, only allowing Fanshawe to maybe score 1. So the rock has come to stop, top 8 foot, or just biting the top 8 foot. So Jasmine and Owen are discussing what their options are here. I don't know if there's a lot of options. This will be last rock for Fanshawe in this end with this is hammer by the look of it. Yes. So Jasmine's in the hack, getting ready to throw a rock. She might be just trying to draw down on top of her own yellow to see if she can score 2 or 3. They might have to have a measure here. I'm not sure who's shot, who's not shot for second and third. This rock's going to start to bite in here. It's starting to curl. And it doesn't appear to have the weight to get to the house. So now we got to see how many. Not sure if it's 1 or 2 yet, but maybe we'll have to wait till we come back after the break. to see how many points they put up. So we're going to fourth end break here in this mixed doubles match between Fanshawe and the Sioux. And we'll take a little break and come back here just as the fifth end starts. All right, now we're live. we are getting positioned for, and hopefully we are. Nope, we're not going for the power play. We're just going to go regular end. Back, it's Jasmine Miller. And throw. Last rock. It's all. Owen has. Come back. will work for. She's ready to sweep now. It's got to do a little bit of curling. It is definitely going to touch the zone, but it's completely out of the rings. And the other one rolls. So she did open up the path a little bit, but it also opens it up for Fanshawe to make this shot on top of the button. Jasmine is called for. So Owen is being asked to throw one ring. Try and lie. So trying. And he hit. It's hard to tell. End here in the sixth end. They will place their two stones. Fanshawe will put front and two stone the button to begin the sixth. It appears that Jasmine will throw first and rock here in the sixth end. And it appears Cassidy will throw second, third, and fourth for the Sioux. Which means Hunter Schumacher will throw first stone for the Sioux. So Jasmine's rock's coming in to the hog line, and it's starting to cut hard. Is it going to get by? Let's go. Just gets by. And the line is perfect. Is it going to get there? Yes, it is for shot. What a shot. So they lie one on that draw. Perfect weight. Now, can it be duplicated by Hunter and the Sioux? It's a standing room only crowd here at the Curling Club tonight. Lots of spectators here. It is free admission, though. So if there might be a few extra seats tonight, if you want to pop on by, if you're watching this streaming telecast. And the Sioux stone comes up just a little light. Line was really good, just not quite enough weight. So we're going to try the other turn on this shot from Owen. The broom's placed mid 8 foot. It's all a matter of line and weight here. And whose line is it anyway? Well, we'll find out. Rock's coming down. It's starting to make a little bit of a move. And there we go. Now it's all a matter of weight. It's got to get there. Brushing hard. Right down on top of his other shot stone. Yellow lies 2. It might be time to clear the front, but that is my opinion. Run that yellow back into the blue and try and open everything up. All right, so it does appear that they're trying to do the run back, or at least open things up with Cassidy's stone. Line starting to move just now. This is going to be close to peeling off both of them if it's got enough weight. Nope, just missed it. So there is a little hole, but you've got to throw it really well. So I think Jasmine will try and plug this hole just to be on the safe side. Little bit of discussion here, trying to probably figure out how do we get more than 2, maybe. And they've settled on a shot. And Owen makes his way down to the far end. Looks like about draw ice for the guard. Fill that small hole in. So Owen's down the hack. Jasmine's holding the broom here. It is Fanshawe 1 against Sioux 2. And it's definitely draw weight coming out of the hack. Nope, this one's definitely coming around now. A little bit wide maybe, but now it's going. It's all weight. Can he get it here? Will he get it here? Will he get it here? Nope, just finished a little bit. Covered that edge of the blue. So they're trying to see how much of the yellow stones they can see from the far end. So they're going to play it looks like the hit on the back one has been called, but if they take the guard off, it's not the end of the world. Whoop. All right, they're going to have to go to a plan B shot because there was a little slip there. And the rock just keeps going out a little bit wider and goes through the rings. So there's been lots of comments on the ice, all of them positive.
As the ice maker's walking by.
It's all good. It's all good. So Owen McMillan is deciding on where to put this broom as they are trying to figure out where the best placement is to try and steal this end with their two stones in the 4 foot, one covering the pin. A lot of alumni from Fleming here tonight too. I see Emily Metcalf is in the crowd. She's helping out with ice preparation here. All right, and the rock from Owen is on its way. Just waiting for it to curl here. It's bending now, starting to go hard as the weight comes off. It's going to get over the hog line and basically closes off that hole down the middle. So this next shot will not be an easy one for Hunter Schumacher from the Sioux. The Great White North. Well, it's not quite as far up as Confed, but it's up there somewhere. An hour drive on a good day. And Sioux is going to call a timeout here, folks. So now we'll wait for the coach to come out. And the coaches are making their way out to the ice to have a little talk with their teams. Invoke words of wisdom to try and get them out of this end. For the Sioux, anyway. Gavin Bell and Shannon J. They're the coaches for this mixed doubles game going on sheet 2 here at the Peterborough Curling Club. Again, in the OCAA Provincial Curling Championships. Again, it is a sellout crowd here. Standing room only as the bleachers are packed to capacity. And it begins tomorrow again here at 8:30. And tomorrow night the athletes will have a banquet for the OCAA Provincial Championships. They have a banquet, and then they continue all day on Saturday with the first round of playoffs Saturday night, followed by 2 more rounds of playoffs on Sunday. Things should wrap up around 3 o'clock. If you're in the area in Peterborough, pop on by. Like I said, it is a capacity crowd tonight. But there will be room, I'm sure, to view this wonderful sport here in part of curling's heartland. They're still discussing what options they have on this. They're basically maybe have to make a combination shot to get out of it, but looks like they are playing, if I was guessing, yellow into blue to come into the center button area. Maybe to cut them down to 1, but I don't see how Fanshawe does not score at least 1 here. They're both locked in there pretty well around the button. Anyway, it's Cassidy Spence now in the hack from the Sioux College, playing against Fanshawe from the London St. Thomas. On her way. Excuse me. But we will see if they're taking a look, trying to see if there's any other options here. There's not, I don't see a lot of choices, but things happen. You never know. Sometimes you get lucky. I'm not, with this broom placement by Cassidy, I'm not sure where Hunter's, okay, now where she's moving out. If you hit all you can see of the blue, it might send it into the yellow-blue combination and maybe get lucky and get one of those yellows out, but this is not an easy shot. It's very low percentage. We're in a tie game here. 6th end of an 8-end game. Sioux with the hammer right here with Hunter Schumacher throwing it. And he doesn't have a lot going in his favor at this stage. Looking for a miracle shot to try and get out of the 6th end. And maybe got it a hair out, and when you get it a hair out, it just goes out. And that looks to be a score of 2 by the overhead camera for Fanshawe. So they will take the lead 6-4 after 6 ends of play. So now they'll go down to the far end, set the rocks up, and we'll be on to the 7th now in a 6-4 game. Some of the other games going on is Niagara 2 against Fanshawe 1. They're on ice 3. Right now it's Niagara leading 5-4. On sheet 4, after 5 ends of play, it is Humber 1 against Sioux 1. And it's 8-5 after 5. And on sheet 5, after 5 ends of play, Niagara leads Humber 7-2. All right, so we're going to the power play here for Fanshawe. You get to 1 power play per game, and they're going to use it right now. Power play means you place the rocks off to the side. Blue is in the house right now, but yellow is throwing, trying to... They do not have hammer, but they're trying to throw it in there. Sorry, it's the Sioux that is doing the power play. And with the power play, you're trying to score your deuce or 2. So Fanshawe throws it onto the edge of the 12-foot. And the Sioux is trying to figure out if we go around the corner or do we freeze the one that they just threw. Hunter Schumacher is in the hack, so he'll throw first and last rock in this end, with Cassidy throwing 2, 3, 4, and they decided to throw it by the broom. It looks like they're trying to freeze the yellow. Rock's on its way. Hunter Schumacher is up, ready to sweep this. Now it's starting to die a little bit, so they're going to have to work to get it there. Got to go to get it in the rings. And it comes up just a little short of the rings. So Fanshawe, it's Owen McMillan throwing the draw, trying to come into the center around that blue shot that Hunter Schumacher just threw. It seemed to be hanging out a little bit on the center line, but the weight was almost perfect. So... Sorry, Hunter Schumacher's going to have to deal with it here with Cassidy Spence. That was Owen McMillan's shot. And by the broom placement there by Mr. Schumacher, it appears they're throwing the hit. And Cassidy Spence trying to make some yellow go away. And the rock seems to be curling a little bit. It looks like it's gonna go on to their own rock that they were just thrown. And it does chip the back yellow out. So it goes out of play. So things could have been worse, things could have been better, but that one does probably a 50% curling shot. But it does eliminate one of the yellows. So Owen McMillan is asked to throw another one down on top of the yellow or just around, trying to make a little bit of a Christmas tree where you see an edge and edge and edge of the rock. No, they don't bring live Christmas trees out onto the curling sheet. So the rock's on its way. Trying not to go too deep with this one. Really, really brushing this, trying to get it there. But the guard's not a bad way or a bad plan B. Now it's short of the rings, but is there a hole? Or do you play the straight come around? Decide what to make Cassidy do. There is a slight hole, but there is not much other than a slight hole.
Don't worry about it. Just finish the game. Okay. We're down to 2 minutes.
You both get L's, right?
So they've elected on the run back. It's going to have to do a little bit of curling to do the run back, but it might just peel it out of the way. Might have got a little bonus because they rubbed the blue onto the rings. So yellow sits 1. And the Sioux sit 2 and 3, but they're well split in the rings. So they're trying to replace the guard. Looks like it's on perfect line. So it's well positioned. It might have left a minuscule hole to go through. But if you throw the hole, at least you're going to probably open it up if you don't go through the hole. This is the last draw of the Thursday night mixed doubles event. And the crowd, 2 games are done. The crowd's starting to thin out a little bit from our capacity sold-out crowd. So it looks like the Sioux has decided we're going to play the come around. And they're going to need a piece of the button to be shot. Cassidy Spence has the rock on its way. It's all a matter of weight and line. Starting to make a move now. Might need some little sand particles to stop it. And goes back 12. So Fanshawe still sits 1, and it's pretty well covered. Sometimes the best guard is second shot. So I by the way the broom's placed, I'm assuming they're coming in, trying to lie 1-2. And the rock's on its way. Line looks good. Right now, it is getting tight to the guard. But it just rubs the side of the rock. And goes back 12 to lie 1-3 for Fanshawe. Cassie Spence has got the broom down. Oh, we're switching the side here, or are we? Or are we just looking? Hunter Schumacher is waving his arms, trying to call the shot from the home end. Trying to decide what way to play this. Right now, he might be looking at trying the in off, but I think he's not going that way now. Kind of hard to tell exactly what they're doing. It might be the in-off now by the way the broom's placed, so it's all or nothing on this shot for Hunter Schumacher. And Cassidy Spence with the broom just to the left edge of their own blue. This will not be an easy shot, but it is there. If you hit the first rock in the right spot, you can make this. And rock is on its way. And it seems to be hanging a little wee bit, and no. It appears to be another steal of 1 for Fanshawe. So they're going to go up 7-4 after 7 ends. Here in the mixed doubles game. So that power play that they attempted to try and score 2 on did not work in their favor. So now with Hammer, they're going to be looking to score 3 to tie, 4 to win. So they're going to need rocks in play. So we're going to set up the 8th and final end of this game. So the yellow rock will go out front. And the blue rock, because they have Hammer, will go back button. And in the hack, it'll be Jasmine Miller. She will throw the first and last rock in this end for Fanshawe. And they throw first, so they're going to try and put this one on the lid and force the play into the button, hopefully prevent the Sioux from scoring any more than 1 point or 2 at the max. So Jasmine Miller's rock's coming down. They haven't laid a brush to it. And now they jump on it. Starting to bite in. Is it going to make the rings even? And just bites the top of the 12. So Hunter Schumacher immediately puts the broom down on the other side of the ice. And they're trying to draw into the button from the other side with Cassidy Spence. And the rock is on its way now. It looks a little bit like it's going to need some sweeping to get it there. And it is really curling, and it's a little bit light. So now they're going to try and bounce off the yellow. So the blue is back 4 foot, and there's a bunch of rocks out in front now. So whoever can get one in there first will have the pressure on the other team. Right now it's blue sitting shot just behind the tee line. Owen McMillan in the hack. Jasmine Miller with the broom, just outside the 4-foot. And the rock is on its way, trying to draw it in there. Going to jump on it for sweeping now, trying to get it by. Gotta go, gotta go. There he goes, coming in. Is it going to get by? Does it have enough weight? And it does not quite get there. It rubs the yellow and sits short of the rings. We're starting to get the Berlin Wall out front. It's going to be harder to get in there. Cassidy Spence has got the broom down, trying to play the blue rays by the look of it there. Straight back. Just a tap, bump back, straight back, trying to sit 2. Put a little bit of pressure onto Fanshawe. Rock's on its way from Hunter Schumacher. And it is not light. You got to give yourself a chance to sweep it to get it there. You're sort of, what's the expression? Walking the dog by walking down the rock, beside the rock. So, that rock did not do anything for Sue. Fanshawe does, by the broom placement, is going to try and play the rays on the rock they just threw. And we're off with the rock delivery here. Owen McMillan trying to bump one of these yellow rocks in. Running a little bit straighter than I think they anticipated here. Going to rub one. Going to rub two. Going to sit there. Another one short of the rings. Another one in the wall. Another brick in the wall from Pink Floyd. All right, so Hunter Schumacher is looks like he's trying to draw in through the hole here this time. It's just a matter of weight and line again. He's on in the broom trying to get it there. Trying to get it into the house. Is it by? No. Moves a few rocks around again. Doesn't help his cause. Hard to say what they're going to have left after this shot by Fanshawe. If even if Fanshawe throws it short, there's not a lot of ways in for the Sioux, for Sioux College. So Jasmine Miller's holding the broom for Owen McMillan. I think they're trying to throw the the tap in on the rock, top left of the center line on the 12-foot. So the rock's clean, ready to go. And he gets placed in the hack. And it's on its way. here we go. Trying to play the tap up. It's all a matter of line and weight again. Rock is hanging a bit. Hoping if it's got enough weight to play the tap. Might go straight on by here, though. And it does. It doesn't make contact with anything. Comes into the 4 foot. And it's close to shot stone. Good news, bad news is the other team can follow it right in. But you only get one chance at doing that. And if they do, well, then they're lying too. But we will see. Hunter Schumacher gone down to the far end to throw the rock. Kelsey Spence holding the broom and calling line. Needless to say, this is a key shot. You don't make this, it might be just about game over. All right, here we go. Hunter Schumacher trying to throw one down on top of the Fanshawe stone just thrown by Owen McMillan. And they got to get this there. It does not appear to have the weight to get there. Might need a little kiss to get it off the rock. Did do that. But I'm not sure if he's going to have much left on their last shot. They might have the angle yellow-blue out to the left. But I don't see how they score any more than 2 now with that. It doesn't look... I'm looking at all the angles right now, and I don't see a lot good happening. And this is last rock. Jasmine Miller in the hack. Owen McMillan holding the broom. Trying to plug up whatever they can plug up so Sioux does not have a shot. As long as you don't raise the blue in for them, that would be good. But this one is over curling, but I don't think it's got enough weight to put it in the rings, does it? Well, I still don't see much of a shot, but how do you score 2 more, like 3 with 1 rock? You might have to run that back and hope somehow the shooter rolls in more than the other shot. So it's worth a shot to try it, but the laws of probability are saying this one's just about over. The fat lady is warming up her vocal cords. Because when it's all over when the fat lady sings. That's what somebody always told me. And I'm not sure what this is going to do. Because it is curling hard now. But we will see. That is as close as you can come to scoring 3 to tie it, but it's only a count of 2, which means the Fanshawe 1 team is going to beat the Sioux 2 team 7-6 in this mixed doubles game on Sheet 2 here at the Peterborough Curling Club in the OCAA College Provincial Championship. So, hopefully, you've enjoyed our coverage tonight. Join us back in here tomorrow at 8:30 game time for the next game on Sheet 2. And that will feature Fanshawe 2 against Humber 1. And again, that draw time is 8:30. Tune in again tomorrow, and we will be ready to go. And thank you again for joining us for our coverage from the Peterborough Curling Club, the OCAA Provincials, signing off.